Me at my wedding. That was actually almost exactly a year ago. Me in Minecraft Java Edition 1.18 Snapshot 21w43a. Looking good. Suit up, everybody, because yet again, today it is Snapshot Day. Today, Minecraft Snapshot 21w43a released. 21w43a Snapshot is a 1.18 snapshot. Right now, we're looking at a world in 1.17.1. It is amazing. Truly perfect. But actually, it could get even more perfect. If you enjoyed today's Snapshot Showcase, leave a like, really helps out, and compliment my suit down below in the comments. I would really appreciate it. Thanks. Yes, according to one of the developers, Felix, the 21w43a snapshot adds blenders. It's actually pretty brutal, like a villager inside of this thing. I can't show it. Okay, would be very exciting, but that's not actually what happened. A brand new chunk blending system has been implemented. So right now I'm in a world that is current gen 1.17. If we go ahead and fly around, we're going to load chunks in. Once these chunks have been loaded in, they're loaded in forever. Let's say this is my long-term survival world, like I've been building over here, playing in this area for a long time. Then 1.18 drops later this year and I want to upgrade it. What would happen? Well, after a very long load, this is what would happen. Hey, thanks. So here we are now in the snapshot that dropped today. Now all of this area over here is stuff that I loaded in 1.17. This won't change at all. If we start moving off this way, we're going to eventually find brand new terrain that is generating. In between the old terrain and the new terrain, there's now a blending system. It's something that's going to smooth the terrain out. 1.18 changes everything, like the generation, the mountains, completely different. There are also new biomes. If it wasn't for these flowers right there and the grass color, I would have completely missed this. Look at this, a meadow biome right here. This wasn't in 1.17, but it definitely is in 1.18, which means this area right here, I'm pretty sure this is completely new, and look at how good this blending is. This is the first time that I'm seeing it in a world, and it's like so smooth. Like, if it wasn't for the grass and the flowers, wouldn't have noticed anything. Would have kept moving and been like, huh, look at that hill right there. Wow, I wonder where the new terrain generation is. I think it's right here. This blending system is so good. All right, but let's not give it too much praise yet. Let's keep moving around and see if we can find anything else really strange looking. So far in this whole area, which I'm pretty sure I loaded in basically all of this, it all looks like pretty normal. Like, I wouldn't suspect a single thing in here. I mean, maybe it's like a little strange, like maybe, but like at the same time, it just blends and it just fits in. Okay, that's weird. This spot right here, from the sky, this looks so random and weird. This has to be blending or something going on, but it's so natural looking at the same time. Yeah, 100%. This has to be it or something, right? Like how the planes like just cuts in here. It's such a big difference. Maybe. So the changelog states that this is the first iteration of the blending system. It'll be worked on a little bit more in future snapshots. I was expecting worse, like something noticeable even, like anything. Okay. Maybe I found something. Maybe I found something that is definitely a little bit strange here. So we have like a hill, it goes down, it starts to go up, and then it just gets canceled. And then there's the forest. Is it on a chunk border? It is on a chunk border right in here. Something in here was trying to blend. Maybe didn't exactly work out as expected, but at the same time, it's like not terrible looking. Like, it's strange for sure, don't get me wrong, but it could be worse. Definitely. Over here might be a little bit more interesting to look at, where we have two biomes that are completely different. You can see the clean line right in here, the old versus the new. This is all definitely new, way more impressive looking. It's a clean line for sure, but also at the same time, it's like it kind of works. Kind of works. Okay, so as to be expected, water's going to be a little bit tricky here. Old water, new chunk. The water does not blend at all, as to be expected. I bet if we update this, it's just going to spill in. Yep, that's how that works. But water, yeah, I wonder how they're going to get around that one. Moving out this way to what looks like maybe the corner of the land that I generated, we have a big ocean over here and a frozen ocean. Okay, big ocean over here though, and the terrain kind of just goes this way and then turns and goes off that way. The ocean is most likely new. This is definitely old. I mean, even though I am able to find some strange chunk borders right now, for the first iteration of this thing, this is insanely impressive. Like, the borders aren't that noticeable at all. You kind of have to know where you stop generating things, or there has to be like a big biome contrast. Like over here with the taiga and the plains, it's similar, but the grass color is different, so it makes things really stand out. The savanna definitely stands out for sure, but if you have biomes that are a little bit more similar, maybe the plains biome and the forest, things are going to blend pretty well sometimes. All right, so check this out. If you pay attention to the bottom of the water right here, it is kind of noticeable. There's like a line right in here, and it's actually right on a chunk border too. There's a line, and it goes this way, but the thing that actually gave it away to me, the trees. The trees are like half gone. Forget leaving trees floating, not a problem at all. The new way is leaving trees halfway chopped down, or halfway trimmed, whatever you would call this. So this will be really interesting to see in future snapshots. What do the developers do with something like this right here? Do the leaves get blended down to the ground? Do the leaves just decay? Because no, they're not decaying for some reason. What happens? Okay, the answer is probably pretty straightforward. They will just stay like this, and it is what it is. Blending the leaves down to the ground, yeah, that would be atrocious. Oh, but actually, look at this. I updated the leaves, and now they're actually starting to decay. Or at least one of them was. Yeah, right there. They're definitely decaying. Over here, another interesting water border. This time it kind of works out, though. The water's just flowing down into a cave. And then over here, I think this is the blending system kicking in. We have a floating tree right there, which shouldn't exist, most likely. That's because of the blending or something, I would think maybe. Unless it was always just a floating tree. I mean, I'm not too sure. Continuing past the cursed forest right here, going straight out from this spot, we can see a line in here. It kind of goes out this way, and then it turns. This is new. This is old. Interesting. We have an old mountain biome that once was gigantic, massive, and then in 1.18 it becomes nothing, reduced to just the plains. Blending is pretty much perfect here, other than the stone. That's a really harsh border. And inside of the mountain, we are completely ruined. This is the new cave. This is the old terrain with a solid wall. I guess it kind of makes sense, though. What are you going to do about it? Can they really blend the caves? Can they really blend the caves? Let's go under the ground and take a look. It looks like right now, absolutely not. Caves will not be being blended at all. A little bit of night vision so we can see better in here. Over here are the old 1.17 caves. On this side of the line are the new 1.18 caves. You can tell because of that massive dripstone cave biome. Yeah, there's no cave blending at all right now. I wonder if the developers will actually end up implementing cave blending. That'll be interesting to see. No matter what, cave blending at all doesn't exist right now. We're in an old cave right now. This is a new chunk, and it's just a flat wall. The caves completely end. New caves past there, though. Now, new caves, old chunks. In 1.17, bedrock is at 0. In 1.18, it's at negative 64. What's going to happen? Well, you see, look at this big void right here, and then look at the not void over here. The not void is the 1.18 chunks, and the void, except now it's not actually a void, are the 1.17 chunks. 21w43a is the very first snapshot to fill in old Java chunks all the way down to negative 64. Now right now, there will be 0 caves in the old chunks down below Y0. It's just been fully filled in with Deepslate. This happened a while back in the bedrock beta, and it works pretty much exactly the same. The bedrock that used to exist, so this stuff right here, has been just converted over into Deepslate, so you can just dig right through it. If you make it all the way down to negative 64 in an old chunk generated in 1.17 or lower, you'll be able to find bedrock. It's just bedrock, like flat. If you update your old world in this snapshot and your chunks get updated, completely filled in with Deepslate, that's how they're going to be forever. Caves will not come back later on and carve out this Deepslate. It will always be solid Deepslate. But the fact that it's Deepslate, it's completely game-changing. Here we are down way below Y0, negative 27. This is an old chunk, solid Deepslate. If we dig through here, hey, it's literally solid Deepslate forever. Pretty sure there won't be any ores inside of this thing. It's Deepslate. I mean, it's great for building. Blending system up on the surface to hopefully make terrain look better. No blending in the cave systems, and the old chunks are way deeper. Under the ground, this definitely creates some pretty interesting looking cave borders. No clue how this lava pool was so strong to just cut into the old chunks. Like, I mean, go you, that's amazing. And the old chunks, the void isn't a void anymore. That's a pretty big deal. This is big steps. The brand new blending system and the fact that in old chunks, bedrock has been replaced with Deepslate and moved all the way down to negative 64, filled in between, is a big deal. Biggest thing in the snapshot, but not the only thing. In the snapshot, we also have some other changes. In this snapshot, you should be able to find less flooded caves near rivers and ocean coastlines. Kind of seems like it's the case here. Like, look at this cave right here, clearly underneath the river, not flooded at all. Based off of what I've been seeing in the earlier snapshots, if you find a cave that is under an ocean or even near an ocean or a river, pretty consistently it's completely flooded in. Hopefully this change is going to make that happen a little bit less. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I definitely think these flooded in caves need to happen every once in a while, and they're really, really cool, but other than being flooded in and having magma blocks every once in a while, there's literally nothing to them. Like, there's not special mobs or anything like that, so they're really just kind of more of a burden, at least in my opinion. But yeah, that's just my take. Speaking of water caves, aquifers. Aquifer water levels should change less often in this snapshot. That's going to make it easier to travel through them. And lava aquifers, the aquifers that you can find that are fully filled in with lava down deep in your world, are now a little bit less common too. This will definitely require a little bit more playtesting, but look at this amazing area that I found. So this is the spot right here. The world seed that I've been using today is that right there. This is so cool looking. The dripstone caves, the lava right there, the waterfall now. It's so cool. Other cave biome, lush cave. Lush cave, big drip leaf. Big drip leaf change in this week's snapshot. Big drip leaf placement is now restricted to clay, grass, dirt, farmland, moss, rooted dirt, podzol, and mycelium. What was it before? I don't know, I don't remember, but the lava's in the way, so we better get going. And that will bring us to the technical changes portion of this video. It looks like in this week's snapshot there are lots of technical changes that have to do with chunk data. Things have been moved, they're stored in different spots now. Also bug fixes. In this week's snapshot we have 1/8 of a stack of bug fixes. And last but not least, like in previous snapshots, the seed system has changed again. If you found literally the perfect seed in the last snapshot, try and load it up in this world, like recreate it in the snapshot, it will be completely different. The seed numbers are reshuffled again, but good news. According to the changelog, this will be the final time that this will be happening. So hopefully this current seed, if this was your dream seed right here, you should be able to take this seed and go into 1.18 when it actually releases in a couple months, and it should look the same. Hopefully. But anyways, Snapshot 21w43a, that's going to do it for today. I hope you enjoyed today's Snapshot Showcase. The blending system is very, very interesting. If you have a world that you update and you have an interesting blending thing, definitely tweet it at me. My Twitter is @itiswaddles. I would love to see it. After I have the time to take a look at the blending system a little bit more, I might make a video on it, so keep your eyes out for that. Thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Like, subscribe, links in the description. Check out the merch. It's down below the video. Goodbye, everyone.